Here are some of the surrounding houses. That's the fraternity house right there, or one of them, which you can't see too well through the trees. And there's another fraternity house right there. This is our neighbor's house, the Tutwilers, which is quite an attractive place. And the house of the Episcopal minister is over here. And just down the street is the post office. Now we're in a little closer and you can see the front door a little better. The windows on the second and third floor. I'll focus in a little bit on the front door before we walk inside. You can see the pumpkins that Melissa and Randy carved out in front for Halloween. Now, this now is the view from the front porch, looking over to the McThenias, who's on the law faculty, and looking down our front walk. And now I think maybe we can get a better view of the fraternities across the street. There's the Fiji house, which you can see from our porch. And you might want to get a look at our new porch furniture. Which is here. 2 rockers and a table which match our green shutters. And now we're inside the front door in the front hallway. There's a new mirror on the right. And to the right over here is the Victorian room. Down the back hallway is the outside backyard. To the left is the living room and dining room. And we're going now into the living room. We still have our Christmas wreath on top of the fireplace because we're still looking for a piece of artwork to go up there. We have as yet to pick out a rug for the floor, as you can see. But walking into the room, we have a couple new pieces since you were last here. There's our secretary, which we really enjoy. It adds a lot to the room, I think. And over here is a new chair, which brings in the colors of the wallpaper in the dining room. Now over across the hall, well, this is in the hallway, you can see the mirror and the table. And then we have a settee in the hallway as well. And across the hall is the Victorian room, which hasn't changed probably since the 1800s. Except for the addition of our own piano and some new fabric and a contemporary picture or two. And on the other side of the room is another contemporary picture above the mantel, but more Victorian pieces, which were redone by Nancy Roosevelt Taylor. And the front windows looking out to the Lee Street. And this is the picture of our front hallway looking from the back hallway. This is a look into our dining room from the living room. And you can see the new mirror above the buffet. And you can see through to the kitchen. And this is a view of the dining room fireplace from the hallway, looking out onto Preston Street. And this is the view of the kitchen, which was completely renovated by Nancy Roosevelt Taylor, in about 1985. And you can see that we have our dark chairs painted green to match the decor, as well as a new painting over the fireplace, which came from Wisconsin. To the left is the door that goes out onto the side stoop on Preston. Now I've walked down into the kitchen to show you that it's a two-story room, and those are the original windows up there. Fireplace. And over here is the working area of the kitchen. Microwave and refrigerator, as well as double ovens. And out that doorway is the mudroom that goes to the backyard. This is another view of the kitchen. Up above is the loft, which goes into the laundry room. This is looking from the fireplace to the dining room. And that door goes out to Preston, or back side stoop. And this is the view out our side stoop. Here's our car, Peter's car, and our garage, and a bay window which is over the kitchen table. Now we're in the hallway by the family room. Here's our family room. See our stained glass on the window. We have lots of bookcases. And as you walk through the family room, this door leads to a cute little bathroom with the clawfoot tub still there. The rest of the bathroom has been remodeled. Now looking out our windows, we can get a view of our backyard. Leaves are falling like rain. This is the stairway that goes up to the second floor. At the top of the stairway is a coat closet as well as a wonderful laundry room. You can still see ironing to be done. I wanted to make it realistic. And this is the view of the second floor from the laundry room. To the left is Melissa's room, straight ahead is where the computer is, and to the right is our bedroom. This is Melissa's bathroom, which I had to pick up before I took the pictures. And over here is Melissa's bedroom, which I also had to pick up before I took the pictures. It is not spotless, but it is better than it was. She has a fireplace in her room which does not work, but it's still looks pretty. And the windows look out onto the front of the house. Across the hall from Melissa's room is the guest room, which houses the canopy bed. And serves also as a sewing room. This is the sitting room off Melissa's bedroom, which now serves as our computer room with our Hoosier cupboard holding the computer and all the supplies. And we still have the clawfoot oak table, which now takes care of our computer printers. This is a view of our sitting room. And closets. And we have a working fireplace. On the other side of the sitting room by the closets, you can see our TV cabinet and look into our bedroom. To the right is our bathroom. And our bedroom, which looks upon the front of the house as well as the Preston Street side. And this is the stairway from the second floor up to the third floor. And this is the third floor hallway. To the right is Peter's room and an attic storage area. Straight ahead is an office. And to the left is Peter's bathroom and the room where we keep the pool table. Here is Peter's bathroom, much cleaner than when he left it. And this is where we keep the pool table. You can see we moved the dark blue furniture from our sitting room up to this room, where it looks better, I think. And here is a small office which overlooks the front of the house. And next is Peter's bedroom. Bookcases and desk. Which also was quite neat since he has departed for college. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tour of the house. This afternoon I'll get the dogs and we'll have them out in the backyard so you can see how much Shakespeare has grown and how much they'll enjoy being home after their stay at the vets while we were in Annapolis.